Additional arrivals as 2 more passengers from that cruise ship are now at a national quarantine unit. The CDC talking just a couple of hours ago about high-risk contacts and the 42-day monitoring process that is now underway. According to the CDC, people who may have been exposed to the hantavirus are being asked to limit contact with others for 42 days as officials monitor those who were on the ship or sat near infected passengers during air travel. Health officials today stressing one particular point.
To clarify, there are no cases of the Andes strain of hantavirus in the United States. As I've said, hantavirus is a well-understood pathogen. The Andes virus, which is a strain of hantavirus causing this outbreak, is the only known hantavirus to spread person to person. Please know that we have established response protocols and we are executing them. I also want to note that other hantaviruses, particularly the nombre virus, naturally occur in the United States.
Testing is only recommended for people showing symptoms.
Strong to severe storms are ongoing in parts of eastern Nebraska this evening. We'll take a look at where they're at now and where they're expected to be in the next couple hours when we come back.
All of us
Now, the drought is weighing on some Nebraska farmers. They're feeling left high and dry due to the lack of rainfall, with some telling Channel 8 they had to make some tough decisions regarding their crops and cattle. Channel 8's Jake Homan joins us live now with an up-close look from the perspective of a Nebraska farmer. And Jake, what are you seeing out there?
Hey, good evening, Rod. If you draw your attention to the screen here, I actually have a small soybean seed where a lot more of these, unfortunately, were not able to get out of the ground due to these dry conditions, according to the farmer I talked to today. Right now, 2/3 of the state is going through an extreme drought which is costing farmers dollars, time, and potentially cattle. Larry Huckins, who has hundreds of acres of land here in Malcolm, says this drought is the worst he's seen since 1950. His pastures are deteriorating. His crops are struggling, which could force him to have to replant, which would cost a lot more money.
Well, if we don't get a stand because of no rain for nearly 3 weeks after it's been planted now, with the uneven stands, if we have to go back and replant, we're looking upwards of $300 to $400 an acre for seed, tillage, fuel, and everything that's there. So it's a terrible expense. Sometimes we got to make a decision. Would we rather have half or 2/3 of a stand and take what we get, or go to the point of replanting?
Now, due to the dry heat, the potential rainfall is even more valuable, saying right now it is much needed. According to Huckins, though, there is a chance, he says, he could end up having to sell at least 1/3 of his cattle with those pastures deteriorating, so which is more of a reason why right now that rainfall is much needed for all farmers across the state here. For now, the reporting here in Malcolm, Jay Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Just getting started with all of these severe thunderstorm warnings in place. Most of this is in Iowa. We're on the edge, and look at these starting to balloon up just southwest of Lincoln, and these are all moving north and east. So I'm going to zoom in here and kind of show you these here real quick. Look at that. That's just incredible. And then starting to see some storms building over there towards Tobias and Wilbur. We'll touch on those in a little bit. Now, severe thunderstorm watch in place for much of eastern Nebraska. Doesn't include the very southeastern fringe, but Lancaster County, Saline County, Seward, Butler, Saunders, Cass County, and then areas north and east into parts of Iowa through 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, local news app, if you have any video of stuff like this, we would love to see it as long as you can do it safely and you're not putting yourself in any danger. Send it our way. We'll pay you for it. Yeah, 95 degrees for a high today. Normally, I would stay talking about this for most of the newscast, but we have so much to talk about. Oh, look at that. I mean, you can tell. This right here, good old-fashioned cumulonimbus cloud trying to form just southwest of the capital city. On the other, that's a good-looking shot. I'll get out of the way so you can grab that still if you need to, because that is a cool shot. Allocam at 21st and L Street, and also 27th and Yankee Hill Road. The flag flying at half staff here, Honda of Lincoln. Let's get to it. 94 degrees. Our record high today was 93, and we're still at 94. 93 in Beatrice, 96 in Grand Island. I think that's a record high as well. 94 in Hebron, 91 in everybody in the 90s except for Omaha and Wahoo and Nebraska City and Falls City in the middle and upper 80s. So here's the storms. Look at all of that lightning between Omaha and Nebraska City. This storm got very severe very fast. It formed just on the eastern side of Lincoln near Eagle and just ramped up. And these storms are going to try to do that. Look at all of those lightning bolts now showing up. So zooming in here, that's all moving towards Iowa. So done with that one. Now off to the south and west. These storms are trying to get going from Tobias to Wilbur, Crete, Friend, isolated storms a little further west, just looking downstream for these storms to make their way into Lincoln, because anything along this boundary layer right here, especially from, if you draw a line from Columbus to about Beatrice, north and east, these storms will have that chance to be strong to severe. And that's where the better chance for hail is. It's obviously a lot higher here, but we're in the yellow shaded area. An isolated quick spin up tornado. When it's green, it usually means just those quick, short-lived, weaker tornadoes. Still does a little damage, but it's a possibility, and there's usually only 1 or 2 of them throughout the entire night. And then damaging wind, a possibility. This is what it looks like. Storms don't just form and then move east. They keep trying to build backwards, and then they move east. And then they build backwards again, and then try to move east. So just because the storm rolls through once doesn't mean we're quite done. It means there's more chances until probably after midnight tonight. Fast forward to Saturday, another chance, especially in southwest Nebraska. Then the entire state has a slight risk. Large hail, damaging wind, a tornado going to be a possibility, especially in this brown shaded area, and that damaging wind possibility as well. And we're going to kind of time that out. Watch it. This is 6 p.m. Saturday. Look at all of this headed our way. This is about midnight, so this is an overnight storm Saturday night into early Sunday morning. It lingers until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then that'll be about done. And we're not done yet. Sunday could be the worst out of all the days. We're smack dab in the middle of an enhanced risk, and then that moves a little further east for Monday. So Sunday and Monday could be worse than tonight into tomorrow. Rainfall potential. This is the good news. We have a potential for rainfall. Temperatures tonight pretty close to 60. Highs tomorrow really close to 90 once again. We eventually cool off after those storms roll through Sunday into Monday. We're looking at 60s and 70s for much of next week, but storms are likely the next several days.
Texas Sports' Nate Johnson joins us live from Bowlin Stadium. Nate.
Yeah, thank you, Rod. It's game day for Nebraska softball. The Huskers in action as we speak. We're going to have an update from them coming up next.
Monday.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone Live here at Bowlin Stadium, where Nebraska softball is kicking off their NCAA tournament run here in Lincoln. And man, what a season it's been for Nebraska softball. They come into the tournament with a record of 46-6 and a conference record of 23-1. The Huskers, of course, Big Ten regular season and tournament champions. Nebraska has won 21 straight games. Their last loss came back on March 28th, and this team is loaded from top to bottom and has proved to be one of the best teams in the country. Now, South Dakota may only be 20-34-1 on the year, but are peaking at the right time, winning the Summit League tournament to get to the big NCAA tournament. Now, this game just underway, 0-0 so far. We'll have an update later tonight from the game. Nebraska baseball, well, they were also in action today. They're playing right now against Minnesota, and we'll have an update on that game coming tonight at 10 as well. Now, the NSAA state tournament for going on today, baseball and soccer. Let's get into some of that. We'll start on the baseball diamond, the 2-seed Lincoln East, taking on the 7-seed Grand Island. The Spartans, their repeat hopes starting today. And early on, it was a pitcher's duel, but Grand Island had a 3-1 lead in the 5th. Braden Erickson would rip an RBI single through to cut the lead to 1. And the Spartans, with the bases loaded now, well, they got a nice play on defense to get out of that. So 3-2 the score after 5 innings. The 6th inning is when Lincoln East put the hammer down, though. Bases loaded once again. Cade Anderson just crushes one to left center. That ball tracking and just a foot or two short of a grand slam. Bases clearing double, though, and the Spartans would hang 5 runs on the Islanders in the 6th. And Lincoln East would hold on to win and pick up that first tournament win. Here was Coach after the game.
We knew we were going to see, we knew it wasn't going to be a typical 2-7 because those guys are really good. Their starting pitcher was outstanding. And then they got their guys up there and they both delivered, so we had to respond. I'm super proud of our guys. That Nelson kid shut us down a couple months ago, and we beat him 1-0 a couple weeks ago. So for us to grind out some at-bats and get a couple balls up to hit was just a really gutsy effort by our boys.
Great team win. Again, the final 7-3 Spartans. Lincoln Southwest also took the field today. However, the final 6-1 Papillion La Vista South picking up the win. So the Titans and Spartans will play Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. from Warner Park in the next round of the tournament. Well, over to the soccer field now. Lincoln Southwest was hoping to keep that three-peat dream alive against Elkhorn South. A great battle tied at half. However, they would lose 1-0 the final. The boys will be in action. We'll have an update tonight at 10 from that. A reminder, the Salt Dogs, well, they're about 400 feet playing away, so we have more on that tonight at 10 as well. A lot to get into. We'll see you later in the Sports Zone. For now, the Rod will send things back over to you.
All right, Nate, thank you so much for the live report. Let's get a live update on the weather out there. Rusty.
We have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in place until 1 a.m. And even though that big bad storm has moved past South Omaha and moving into Iowa, we're not done yet. In fact, I'll zoom in and show you more storms quickly getting very strong just west of Tobias there. That is headed north and east towards Wilbur and Crete. We're keeping a very close eye on that. Make sure you have a way to stay updated tonight.
All right, thank you, Rusty. And thank you so much for joining us. As Rusty said, they'll keep you updated all night long on any severe weather. We'll see you at 10.
Ernie's